All right, now we're gonna start tearing off the rest of the exhaust. Try to get that Danmoto 2-in-1 on here. All right, guys, so I got most of all the shields are pretty much loose. Some of them are off. Kind of going through this each piece, pulling off a little bit at a time. Got the main bracket off in here. These are all loose. Just kind of hanging on by a little bit more. And then went ahead and took out the front one here and dropped it. Actually, I brought it over this way and down to get it out of the way of this pipe. So just got to see if we can get it to work its way out like that. Should do it. All right, guys, so on these, you got your clamps here. So these come up and they hold against the exhaust gasket. It is a good idea to buy new exhaust gaskets. I did not, and I'm hoping mine are going to be good. Otherwise, we'll be pulling them back down to put exhaust gaskets in. But there's a little edge in here where this fits into, and the tighter it bolts up, the tighter it actually pulls this little ring clamp in. So these, you just snap them off. You can pretty much do it with your hand. So they're not bad at all. And this will move over to the new exhaust. Right, guys, just looking at some fitment, this Danmoto exhaust. This one that I bought is for a soft tail because they don't make these for the Harleys anymore. But fitting it into place, I'm against the frame right here, so I've marked a little spot. I'm gonna have to kind of dent it in a little bit to fit inside of this frame and just try it. It does say to do the rear one first when we mount it. Put the muffler on the end and then put the front one in. So it's just gonna be kind of massaging it, making it work in this frame, which is not really designed for, and then coming up with our own brackets. All right, guys, it is pretty much on there. Took a little bit more fitting than I thought it was going to. I was really hoping it was going to go right on. It's definitely not something that you can just pretty much bolt up and then fix a bracket. It's not hard to do. We just had to figure it out. We had to make a little relief in the pipe, get it nice and hot, dented this in some. So we've got the down tube there. Down here, we did slightly, literally just a few degrees, change the angle of this so these two would actually line up a little better. And with on this part right here, slide it out of here. On the bottom one, we went ahead and trimmed it off some. There we go. It still fits pretty tight. So, but there's a bulge here on both of these. This one was down here like this, so we ended up cutting off, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch maybe. So it's still got a bulge. It should still seal fine. And this one kind of goes down and they pretty much line up. So we did change that. Now, I'm not sure if that was going to be right on a soft tail or not, because it seems like it would be off, whether it was on a soft tail or this. My assumption was all this would be the same since they were both for a twin cam. But by cutting this, it also brought our muffler in slightly. The bend down makes the exhaust hit right under the bag. So I think that'll work. All right, guys, exhaust is on. Our springs that hold everything together, those were a little difficult to get on, but we use this really hard wire here just to kind of have something to hang on to stretch them. We got that done. Just so that you know, because we had to heat up that one and kind of dent it, I went ahead and heated up a few other spots here just so it kind of looked, which I kind of like that look, with the yellow and the blues and stuff coming out, and it'll change itself, but we added some for fun. And you see the pipe comes right below that pipe, so the bag might get black, but I think it's gonna work. We're gonna fire it up. frame, figure out something in there. But we at least wanted to fire it up and try it. Probably gonna have to make a little bit of a relief cut right here. It's not touching the brake all the way, but to make a little bit of relief there, just so it's not resting against it. So, and then may have to work on the floorboard, a little bit of adjustment there. Not sure about that yet, but we will see. All right, guys, so I've got this kind of set where I want it. And it does have a little bit of movement. I've got it kind of pushed down as far as it'll go and then out, and then take the tension off of it. You don't want to pull tension on it too much because it'll end up cracking the pipe or something in there. So what I've done, I marked a couple spots. I'm gonna run a plate from this bolt over to here, but I'm gonna cut right here and move the bottom part of this bracket up and then re-weld it. So trying to do that. All right, guys, so I got it cut apart and just kept sectioning it down, and then kind of got it where I wanted it. Not the prettiest welds, and I'm definitely not a welder. And it should be TIG because this is stainless, and all I have is a little MIG over there. But it's together and it'll hold. Painted some aluminum silver paint on there, and that'll, for the most part, be hidden back in here. I'm not super worried about it, so it'll work though. All right, guys, there's my bracket there. It's a little simple L piece that I made to drop down, drilled some holes in it, and I think that will work. Now it feels really, really stable.
Time to get out and play. AMSOIL delivers the ultimate protection for your vehicles and equipment. Fast, free shipping right to your door. Spend $100 and shipping is on us. Order now at AMSOIL.com.
All right, guys, don't forget you can get $25 off of ceramic coating, the Armor Shield 9 from Avalon King, by putting HiRevz 25 in at checkout at avalonking.com.